Welcome back, your average monkey here with another D&D video. I'm going to give you guys a tool that I use pretty frequently when I just need a quick glimpse into something here, and they're all in the same spot. So we'll go through a couple of them and you'll see. I'll put a link to this in the description here so you can see what I'm doing afterwards and you can give it a shot for yourself. I'm going to start with the fantasy city generator. One thing, especially when I first started and I needed to make and plan cities, I didn't know what they should or would or could look like. This is just a really quick overview of how one might look. There's a ton of options we can go through, and if you press enter, it just cycles through. You can look at hundreds, tens, dozens, as many as you want until you find something that works perfect. There's also tons of options you can do. So I'm going to open this little window right here. And this just gives you what features it's going to have. You can go random, but if you know your town's not on the coast, it is, however, on a river. There's going to be farms, there's going to be greens, maybe not a citadel or an inner castle or walls. There's probably a temple. And if it's a really poor town, it might have a shanty town, but I don't think it will. I'm going to do one road coming in, but I think I'd like some more branching options. Maybe this is a more central town. I'm gonna do 3 roads, and it's gonna be a medium-sized town. I'm gonna click it. Boom. River, roads coming in, going out. Even has a key here of just pre-generated names you can use if you want, but you can also just turn them off. You hit a quick keybind and they are all gone. There's a big old list of keybinds you can open up. I'll show them here for a second. There's a ton of things you can do. But my main reason for using this is when I just need to get a layout of a town. I can fill the town later. By all means, I will make the shops. I will put things in their place. But if I have these buildings, I can say, oh, my party's perfect. My party's coming from the southeast. The first thing they walk up, it's going to be an inn. This can be a tavern, an inn, a general store, anything. These are highlighted. This isn't something you have to show your players. This can just be something in the background you're looking at to tell them where to go. They don't always need a map of every city or place you're going. As long as you have one and can give them detailed descriptions on what they see when they're walking in, how they navigate the streets, that'll be plenty for your players. You can change the color scheme, you can change the style. So I'm going to open the style menu here and change it around to see if I can make it look a little bit nicer. Another tool here, really love to use. Seriously, I do this all the time. I may take it and refine it later, but this is the cave generator. You can generate tons of different caves on demand. Same way you do your city maps, you just hit enter, you can cycle through. And again, I like to use this one here because it gives a lot of depth, but there are 3. There's traditional paper. You can use these as battle maps. They have a grid, print them out, import them into your virtual tabletop by exporting them. But this is a quick way. If you need to throw your party into a cave for an encounter, boom, you get it right here. Same as the last generator, there's a few style options you can do just by doing the keybinds, same way I showed you on the town generator. You can make the walls more even. You can make them just round instead of jagged. You can make sure that there's exits with arrows in and out, or have it completely sealed off. If you don't like the title, just turn it off. It won't change anything, and titles probably won't work exactly with what you're doing anyway. I always have this title off. Don't really like it. What this also is, it's not just caves. If you enter into a nice forest glade, one press of the F key turns it into a forest glade you can use for your next forest encounter. There are a few more tools on the site you can use, but this is just the last one I'm going to show off, and you can go play with them all yourself. This they call Perilous Shores. It's just a simple full map generator. It gives you terrain, it gives you coastline, it gives you names of cities and villages and roads. If you need to just prep a one-shot really quick, say someone can't make it to your session tonight, there's some sort of emergency, they just can't show up, you still want to run something out of your current world, I'm sure you could throw together something quick if you just choose this map and say, oh, you are from this town of Timberham and you have to travel to the capital of R to save some bitch. Doesn't really matter. Instead of setting something in your world or just kind of setting it in a large dungeon, make the one shot feel more alive by putting them in this sort of island scenario or crazy mountain peaks that they can play through and feel like they're still getting worth out of their session. A couple you should try if you tried this out for yourself: 1-page dungeons. Super nice for making more than just caves, like an actual structural dungeon and a village generator. A bit more detail, a different style to your fantasy city generator. And the best part, all these just run right in your browser. There's nothing to download. There's nothing that you have to install on your computer that you might have to worry about performance, like maybe some other map making programs. You run this straight through your browser and it works perfectly. You can export the images and be on your way to your next D&D session. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more D&D gameplay and space game content with Starfield coming out soon. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time.